how did I know? I was going to make a video earlier, but thank God I waited. I was going to make a video about the whole Jake Paul and Francis. I felt like the whole Tank versus Jake Paul was a whole gimmick. DC kind of touched on this, guys. The whole idea of marketing, keeping the conversation out there, and then keeping us thinking, everybody's probably happy the fight is not going down. I kind of felt like it was never going to happen, and I'm glad it didn't happen. But maybe, Jake Paul is a clever person. Maybe he's gonna maybe shock us, and then maybe the Francis and Jake Paul is actually a marketing thing. Maybe they are gonna fight. But how do you guys feel about that whole cancellation? I think it was a good thing that that fight got canceled. What if his whole plan was to draw in Francis to get him to accept the fight early? I mean, the shit talking he's doing is perfect to get this guy mad, supposedly. I don't know. I don't think he's really guys, when I say he gets mad, I mean he gets him riled up to comment back. Francis took it as disrespect that Jake Paul even, offered, or they came with this offer to fight Jake Paul. Now, he says it's not the money. I mean, imagine if they gave him the biggest number ever. He still didn't want to take that fight because of honor. But let's just go into this, guys. They had other people on the table, supposedly. And one of those names was Nate Diaz. And I was going to make a video going in. I'm glad I kind of waited. But I was going to say, they're going to pick Nate Diaz. How do I know? Who's the other person, guys? Leave the comment who the other person was. It was Francis. I think it might have been AJ. I thought it was somebody else. I saw that Junior DeSantis, what's his name? Heavyweight. He wanted to fight Jake Paul. I don't want to see Jake Paul fight an MMA fighter ever again. I'm going to say it as a UFC fan, MMA fan, a boxing fan. We don't want to see Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul. Nobody wants to see Nate Diaz and Jake Paul. Nobody. Who wants to see that fight? I knew, Nate. I hope you watch it. I hope you watch this video, Nate. I knew your broke ass was going to take it. Someone's going to leave a comment. Oh, he's not broke. You're broke. It's just like Tyron Woodley 2. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley 2. We don't want to see it. Nate Diaz is going to get knocked out. I promise you he is. If Nate Diaz takes this fight, I'm going for Jake Paul. I am tired of Nate Diaz ruining his legacy, which he didn't really have one, guys. More like a UFC champion-wise. He didn't have a legacy like that, but he does have a UFC legacy that he's ruining because now he's just a prize fighter. Guys, you remember Space Jam? You remember in the beginning part when the alien has he's telling Michael Jordan how he's going to keep him in chains and stuff, and the bet basically, we make you play against every customer and lose every time. That was the bet. And this is what I feel like's going on right now when these fighters get out of the UFC. They then become prize fighters to where, you know what, they're just doing this for a check because maybe the UFC didn't pay them enough just to, ride out into the sunset. I mean, it must be, guys, unless these guys just want to fight, continue. Some people don't want to retire when it's time. This is their life. This is their life, training and fighting. And yet maybe they don't want to call it quits. Understandable. But is it something deeper? Is it because of money? Maybe you could have called it quits off your first fight if it was enough. But something pushes you to keep fighting. And is it always just the love of the sport? No, it's a paycheck behind it. There's money. This guy don't want to work in an office. He gets his money pinning on gloves. What do you think? How do you feel about Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz? Do you guys want to see that fight? Do you really want to see that fight again? Didn't they fight already? I don't even I kind of do remember them fighting, but do I care? Oh my God, look, Nate Diaz too. Nate Diaz announces he's accept the fight against Jake Paul rematch. No one cares. No one cares. And this is going to be, oh my goodness, man. I got to sell this out. I got to sell this out. Whoever wants to say that they are excited to watch this is lame as hell. You're lame as hell. Sorry. I don't care about the Jake Paul versus Tank. I thought it was going to be really unfair. And you know what? I was hoping that Tank somehow beats the shit out of Jake Paul. But, for him to then go up to a heavyweight, why would you pick Nate, why would you even offer Nate Diaz again? I know why, because Nate Diaz would say yes. Again, guys, he needs the fucking money. Nate Diaz ain't got shit going on. I mean, man, I am sick of Nate Diaz. Sorry, guys. Sorry I sound like this. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of the bullshit that he pulls. The whole George Masvidal versus Nate Diaz, that shit, I don't know. All right, guys, I was going for Nate Diaz, but when I watched that back, I don't even know if he really won that fight. I don't know. I don't like seeing him fight as a boxer. It's boring as hell. It's boring as hell. I'd rather him be in MMA any day. I'd rather watch Nate Diaz in MMA any day than watch him box. I don't like him boxing. You guys tell me in the comments, would you rather watch Nate Diaz box or just be MMA? I would rather see Nate Diaz do some bare knuckle boxing. That'd be so much better. Maybe he should really maybe talk to Conor. I mean, even him doing a rematch with Conor would make so much sense than a Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. And didn't he lose that fight? Nate Diaz accept last minute fight. Boo, boo. Boo this man. I mean, guys, this is just like Mike Tyson tarnishing his career fighting Jake Paul. It's the same thing. It's just like, when people say that, oh, Tank, you're going to ruin your legacy by fighting Jake Paul. That's just the same with Nate Diaz, and he's doing it a second time. He's just the same equivalence of Tyron Woodley. You guys are just... Tyron Woodley at least had a championship belt. Tyron Woodley at least held the title. Jake Paul, man. You're not getting... I hope nobody watches this shit. This is nothing new. They knew that Tank had some court shit that he had to deal with. They knew he had charges that were pending, whatever. They knew this, and yet they still put on the fight just to get us, again, like DC said, talking about him. Getting it hype. Because now it's a few, I don't know when the fight's supposed to be, but it's soon. And guess what? Now we're all kind of like, are we sad? No, we're kind of happy. But, it would be cool. It would be really cool that, imagine if Francis took it. People want to say, is Jake just trolling? He doesn't want it with Francis. Well, why would he give Francis the offer? I don't think he's scared of Francis. I salute Jake Paul for even, going back and forth on Twitter to show the proof right there in writing so we all can see that, hey, I want to fight you. You should wash me. And yes, you declined, but guess what? I'm going to piss you off to make you fight me, because then you guys all see, we will all see then what? He really wants to fight Francis. And it makes sense. He does want to fight Francis. And you know what? With that type of heart, I think he could probably beat him. Oh, leave a comment. I'm just trolling, guys. I'm just trying to push that fight too, because I'd rather see Francis and Jake Paul, because we're going to see Jake probably lose that fight. But you never know, man. You can't just sleep on Jake Paul, guys. That's one thing you guys can't really just do. Like, you guys, we all, MMA fans been always did that. But eventually, you know, you got to look at it. When you're stepping into the boxing ring, Ilia Topuria, let me get on his ass. He wanted to say that he would knock out or whatever, beat Terrence Crawford. Oh, see? It worked, guys. He trolled. Boy, no, you will not. The best MMA strikers will not last to look. Jake Paul. You guys, you're striking. MMA striking is so bad that a influencer that just started his career in boxing can whoop your ass. So, Francis. I mean, guys, I felt like Francis won the Tyson Fury fight, but you know, when I rewatched it, Tyson Fury did come back at the end after getting his ass knocked down, and that's why he won the fight. It was too technical, but I mean, they might have still, they wanted Tyson Fury to win that fight. But guys, Nate Diaz, I am not watching that. I am not watching that. I am not watching that. Not at all, guys. I promise you. I promise you. I don't even want to look up the highlights. That's how disappointed I am that they're doing this again. Not Nate Diaz. Just when you thought everything was good, that you don't need to see Nate's skinny skeleton face ass, he brings his retarded ass back into the ring. I knew it. I knew it, guys. I knew that Nate Diaz was going to be the duck. I knew he was going to be the one to say, hey, again, somebody was going to pin on that dress, guys. Somebody's going to put on that dress. And we see who it was. It wasn't Francis. It was Stockton's finest. Nate Diaz. That's not a good clap. That's not a clap like, yeah, I'm happy. That's a clap like, If you're a Nate Diaz fan right now, you should be, you should slowly be taking off your Nate Diaz hat. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You cannot be disagreeing with me on this one, guys. Who else is disappointed in Nate Diaz? Guys, I don't give a fuck about the money. Guys, Francis just showed you it's not about the money, man. Guys, leave a comment. Leave a fucking comment. Are you not disappointed in Nate Diaz? I am. I'm disappointed in Nate Diaz. Why, Nate? Why? You do not need to fight Jake Paul a second time. Did you not lose the first one? You need to redeem yourself from him? Oh, man. We were just talking about fixed fights. And now guess what? What, are they gonna fix the fight for you to win, Nate? No, you're not the A side. Jake Paul is. You know, you probably negotiated a lot of money. Hey, not only do I want this amount of money to fight, but I want money because this is early too. You know, no training camp. You know. Nate Diaz, guys. Nate Diaz. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. This is this. Look, I'm looking at the picture. These two look like they're fucking kissing. Yeah, let's do it for the money. Like, we're fucking gullible. Anybody watch that fucking shit, this is how we stop it, guys. We want to stop the bullshit. Us fans want to stop the bullshit. We got to do something. We got to put it in our hands. And how do we do that? We got to boycott. We got to stop watching this shit. It's on Netflix. It's for free. I pay my monthly Netflix. I don't give a fuck. You know how much bullshit's on Netflix? You think I watch that? No. Just because you have it doesn't mean you got to use it. Yeah, I got Prime too. I got HBO too. I don't watch those all the fucking time. I don't watch Netflix all the fucking time. But no, I'm going to watch it because guess what? Jake Paul's fighting Nate Diaz again. Oh, it's there. I don't give a fuck if it's there. I'm not watching it. Mike Tyson fights up there. Still up on Netflix. You think I'm ever going to watch that again? Do you think if I'm a person that's not even in sports, that doesn't even watch sports, that I would say, let me click down and watch this pay-per-view. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Interesting. No, they don't do that. People don't do that. Especially when it's old. If that's the case, people be watching the old Mike Tyson fights back in the 90s. But this generation of people don't do that. So why the fuck should you guys start doing it now? Who's with me? Everybody want to talk about they don't like Jake Paul, but you guys are buying all the shit. We don't like Logan Paul and Jake Paul and KSI, but you guys buy all the Prime shit. You let your kids drink it, eat the bullshit. You're eating it while you say you don't like it. No, we don't like him. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Tired of the shit. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be the real one. I ain't watching that shit. I'm not watching that shit at all. And if you're with me, leave a comment, like, and subscribe.